senior women, never use castor oil alone. Mix this oil to boost collagen and wrinkle reduction. Women over 50, please lend a keen ear and listen closely to a truth that may profoundly alter your understanding of skin aging. If you have been diligently applying castor oil to your face, driven by the genuine hope that it would smooth away persistent wrinkles, diminish fine lines, or perhaps significantly boost your skin's natural collagen production, yet have observed no truly transformative changes, it is not, as you might assume, because castor oil inherently lacks efficacy. On the contrary, it is because this remarkable natural oil was never truly intended to function as a solitary solution for the complex needs of mature skin. What you are currently experiencing is not a personal failure in your skincare regimen, nor is it merely the inevitable march of time leading to irreversible aging. Instead, it is a much more specific physiological condition, a state of inactive, dormant, or silent collagen within your dermal layers. And the crucial, activating oil that holds the key to awakening this latent collagen may surprisingly already be quietly residing within the confines of your own home, awaiting its proper companion and purpose. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Eliza Hart, a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist with an extensive professional journey spanning over 15 years, during which I have dedicated my expertise to empowering women to gain a profound understanding of how hormones, collagen, and the very fabric of their skin genuinely behave and evolve after the pivotal age of 50. Through years of meticulous research and clinical observation, what I have consistently discovered is that collagen, the fundamental scaffolding of youthful skin, does not simply vanish or disappear into thin air as we age. Rather, it undergoes a transformation. It becomes silent, unresponsive, almost as if it has fallen into a deep, prolonged slumber. This is precisely why, even with the most dedicated nightly massage of castor oil, while your skin may indeed acquire a noticeably softer and more supple texture on the surface, it typically does not achieve the desired firmness, the radiant brightness, or the profound structural renewal you seek. It is not your diligent effort that is lacking in this equation. Instead, it is the essential element of activation. After the age of 50, a cascade of physiological changes begins. Microcirculation within the skin slows down considerably. The vital fibroblast cells, the very architects of collagen, gradually lose their crucial biochemical signals, and collagen itself diminishes its inherent ability to repair and reconstruct its intricate network. In this state, while various oils and creams can undoubtedly provide comforting superficial softening and hydration, without that fundamental cellular activation, no true, lasting transformation can genuinely occur. However, here lies the compelling insight that genuinely surprises most women. Castor oil, far from being an ineffective remedy, is actually the first and foundational step in this process. It meticulously prepares the skin, creating an optimal environment, but it critically requires the synergy of a second oil to fully awaken and stimulate the dormant collagen. Before we delve deeper into this illuminating discovery, I kindly request that you take a moment to subscribe to this channel, and please share your country in the comments below to illustrate just how far this vital message of scientific skincare is reaching. Your engagement helps me immensely in my endeavor to reach my initial goal of 50,000 subscribers, which in turn enables me to continue creating and sharing invaluable science-based skincare guidance specifically tailored for discerning women like you. I urge you to watch this entire video until its conclusion, as there is a small yet significant surprise awaiting you that has the potential to permanently change the way you approach and care for your precious skin. Now, let us embark on the journey to understand precisely why castor oil, when used in isolation, cannot effectively rebuild collagen after 50. When the majority of women first encounter and begin to explore the properties of castor oil, they are invariably drawn to its distinctly rich, viscous texture and the remarkably comforting, soothing sensation it imparts upon mature skin. Initially, it does leave the skin surface feeling considerably smoother, calmer, and often even slightly plumper due to its emollient properties. Yet after weeks or even extended months of consistent application, many women find themselves quietly pondering why the profound, deeper structural changes they so earnestly hoped for never truly materialize. The persistent fine lines around the eyes and mouth remain stubbornly visible. The cheeks, which once held a youthful fullness, still appear somewhat flat or deflated. And that vibrant, natural glow that once felt utterly effortless now seems a distant, elusive memory. This lack of profound transformation is not because castor oil is entirely without benefit. It certainly does help, but its assistance is rendered in a very specific and often profoundly misunderstood manner. It excels at moisturizing and providing occlusive benefits, but it fundamentally does not activate the deeper cellular processes. Castor oil is scientifically categorized as an occlusive and humectant oil. This means it possesses the remarkable ability to form a protective barrier on the skin's surface, effectively trapping precious moisture within the epidermis and subsequently softening the outer visible layer of the skin. After the age of 50, as skin naturally tends to become progressively drier and thinner due to hormonal shifts, this soothing, moisture-retentive quality of castor oil feels incredibly valuable and beneficial. However, while this oil is highly adept at helping to hold hydration directly on the surface, it is structurally unable to penetrate deeply enough into the dermal layers to directly stimulate the crucial fibroblast cells. These fibroblasts, it must be emphasized, are the primary cellular factories solely responsible for the ongoing production of new collagen and elastin fibers, the very proteins that provide skin with its essential structure, firmness, and elasticity. These specialized cells do not respond to mere surface moisture alone. They demand a sophisticated combination of biochemical activation, enhanced microcirculation, and specific energy signals to truly awaken from their dormancy and vigorously begin the process of rebuilding and repairing. Let us take a necessary moment to delve deeper and truly comprehend the intricate biological events unfolding silently beneath the skin's visible surface. Following the onset of menopause, a significant and systemic decline in estrogen levels occurs throughout the body. In response to this hormonal shift, the delicate blood vessels situated in the lower, deeper layers of the skin begin to become narrower and considerably less responsive. As a direct physiological consequence, the vital delivery of oxygen to skin cells slows dramatically. Cellular metabolism within the dermal layers weakens progressively, and the critical fibroblast cells gradually transition into an inactive, sluggish state. You might diligently continue to apply an array of high-quality creams, serums, or various oils, but you will find that nothing truly and fundamentally improves the skin's structural integrity because the internal cellular environment of the skin is simply not adequately prepared or primed for genuine repair and regeneration. This situation can be likened to attempting to cultivate vibrant flowers in arid, inert, and inactive soil. Even if you possess the finest seeds and an abundance of sunlight without truly activated, nutrient-rich soil, no beautiful bloom will ever truly emerge. That, in essence, is precisely what transpires when castor oil is employed in isolation. When used alone, it undoubtedly softens, it comforts, and it provides a superficial sense of well-being. But it is fundamentally incapable of altering the deeper, internal biochemical state of the skin. It effectively prepares the surface, creating a conducive external environment, but it crucially fails to awaken or stimulate the deeper cellular machinery that lies beneath. Consequently, fibroblasts remain in their quiet, unresponsive state. The vital collagen fibers remain disorganized and unstructured, and the existing wrinkles simply rest where they are, untransformed. This is why so many women articulate a feeling of their skin being soft but still sagging, or moisturized but ultimately not renewed. They intuit a superficial improvement but fall short of experiencing a true, lasting transformation. But here then is the genuinely hopeful and empowering part of this narrative. Castor oil is not, by any stretch, the wrong tool in your skincare arsenal. It is merely the first tool, a foundational step. When utilized correctly and purposefully, it masterfully creates the ideal preparatory foundation. However, to achieve true cellular activation and profound renewal, something additional and complementary must be introduced, something that actively opens up sluggish circulation, efficiently carries life-giving oxygen to the deeper layers, and unequivocally signals to those quiescent fibroblast cells that it is unequivocally time to rebuild. And that precisely is the revelation we are poised to uncover next in our exploration. The real reason behind collagen's noticeable decline in mature skin is not simply the chronological progression of aging itself, but rather a more specific and addressable issue: compromised microcirculation. Most women, quite understandably, tend to hold the belief that the appearance of wrinkles, the gradual thinning of the skin, and the loss of its natural elasticity are simply an unalterable consequence of the aging process. They assume quite logically that after the age of 50, collagen naturally and irrevocably fades away, leaving little room for intervention beyond superficial cosmetic care. However, the scientific truth, which I am privileged to share, is far more hopeful, empowering, and deeply rooted in biological understanding. Collagen does not, in fact, simply vanish with advancing age. Instead, it becomes profoundly undersupplied with essential nutrients, inadequately nourished, critically underactivated, and subsequently rendered unable to effectively repair and regenerate itself. In essence, the perceived loss of collagen is not primarily a surface-level aesthetic issue. It is, at its core, a systemic circulation issue. To fully grasp the profound implications of this, we must cast our gaze far beneath the visible surface of the skin, delving much deeper than any conventional cream or serum can hope to reach. Following the dramatic decline in estrogen levels after menopause, the entire body, including the skin, begins to experience a pervasive chain reaction. The delicate blood vessels embedded within the skin's intricate network become narrower and less expansive. The microscopic capillaries, which are responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients to individual cells, progressively lose their inherent flexibility and responsiveness. As a direct and unavoidable consequence, oxygen delivery to the dermal layers becomes significantly slower and considerably less efficient. Without a consistent and ample supply of oxygen, skin cells are severely hampered in their ability to repair existing damage. Crucially, without sufficient oxygen, fibroblasts, the very factories of collagen production, cannot effectively synthesize new collagen. It is not that existing collagen simply disappears from the skin, rather it is that the production of new collagen slows dramatically because the cellular environment is no longer optimally supported and energized for regeneration. Healthy, vibrant skin is not merely hydrated skin. It is, first and foremost, deeply oxygenated skin. Fibroblast cells, the industrious architects of skin structure, fundamentally rely on a constant and robust supply of oxygen to create fresh, new collagen fibers, to restore the vital underlying structure, and to rebuild lost elasticity. When the skin's microcirculation weakens, these essential cells become sluggish, unresponsive, and profoundly less effective. They do not respond adequately to topical oils or moisturizers because they are deprived of their most basic and essential fuel, oxygen and vital nutrients. This fundamental lack of cellular support is precisely why many women observe that their skin appears pale, feels notably cool to the touch, or looks distinctly flat and lacking in vitality, even after the most diligent application of moisturizing products. Their skin is not suffering from a lack of oils, it is suffering from a critical lack of dynamic movement beneath the surface, the vibrant movement of blood, the essential flow of oxygen, and the intrinsic processes of cellular repair. Here is a piece of crucial information that regrettably few women are ever explicitly told. When your hands and feet frequently feel cold to the touch, when your cheeks exhibit a noticeable coolness compared to their former warmth, or when your skin bruises unusually easily or heals at a significantly slower pace. These are not merely generic, unavoidable signs of aging. These are potent, undeniable signals of reduced microcirculation throughout your body, including your skin. They are clear indicators that your skin is not receiving an adequate supply of oxygen to robustly maintain its natural and ongoing repair system. And when this vital repair system weakens, wrinkles inevitably form and deepen, not because the skin is simply old, but because it is critically undernourished and underoxygenated. When we successfully restore proper microcirculation, even partially, something truly remarkable and profoundly positive begins to happen. The skin gently warms, acquiring a subtle, healthy flush. Its natural color improves, becoming more vibrant. Fine lines gradually soften and blur. Collagen does not need to be forcibly coerced into existence. It simply needs to be adequately supported and nurtured. However, improved circulation alone is not entirely sufficient for complete renewal. The body also requires a precise biochemical signal, a specific trigger that explicitly tells fibroblasts that it is time to actively engage in the repair process. Castor oil, unfortunately, cannot provide that sophisticated signal, but another extraordinary oil can. And that, precisely, is where our journey of discovery takes us next. Rosemary oil emerges as the crucial cellular activator that castor oil unequivocally needs to fulfill its potential. For countless years, castor oil has been widely celebrated and extensively praised for its profoundly soothing and deeply moisturizing effects on mature skin. It effectively comforts the discomfort of dryness, perceptibly softens the skin's texture, and imparts the appearance of smoother, more supple skin. Yet, while countless women have understandably expected it to perform miracles, such as dramatically reducing wrinkles or completely restoring lost firmness, there has always been a subtle, underlying sense of incompleteness in its results. This is precisely because, as we have discussed, castor oil adeptly prepares the skin, but it fundamentally does not activate its deeper biological machinery. To truly and effectively reactivate dormant collagen, the skin requires a specific and potent cellular signal, and that vital signal often emanates from the remarkable properties of rosemary oil. Rosemary oil is far more than just a delightfully fragrant botanical extract. It is profoundly biologically active, containing an array of powerful natural compounds. Its key constituents, most notably rosmarinic acid, carnosic acid, and 1,8 cineole, have been scientifically demonstrated to possess capabilities that directly improve microcirculation, significantly increase localized blood flow, and gently yet effectively stimulate the targeted delivery of oxygen to the deeper metabolically active layers of the skin. After the age of 50, as estrogen levels inevitably decline, the delicate blood vessels situated beneath the skin's surface naturally become less reactive and less efficient, thereby slowing down the intrinsic repair processes and considerably reducing vital fibroblast activity. Rosemary oil acts as a powerful catalyst, providing targeted support for the crucial reawakening of these essential physiological processes. Unlike castor oil, which tends to remain closer to the surface, functioning primarily as an occlusive moisture barrier, rosemary oil operates effectively below the surface. It actively helps to energize the skin's internal cellular environment, creating optimal conditions that encourage fibroblast cells to vigorously resume their production of new, vital collagen fibers. This distinction encapsulates the profound difference between mere surface comfort and genuine structural renewal. Castor oil provides deep hydration and prepares the canvas, while rosemary oil dynamically activates the internal cellular response. When these two extraordinary oils are thoughtfully combined and used in synergy, they become exponentially more potent and effective than either oil could ever be when applied in isolation. This cellular stimulation, it is crucial to understand, does not manifest instantly like the superficial effects of cosmetic fillers. Instead, it meticulously follows the body's own innate biological rhythm, gently supporting the development of healthier, more resilient tissue from deep within. As microcirculation progressively improves, the delivery of essential nutrients to the skin's cells dramatically increases. Oxygen transfer becomes significantly more efficient, and the fibroblast cells, once considered dormant or passive, begin their remarkable transition from a state of inactivity to an active regenerative repair mode. A compelling 2022 clinical observation provided robust evidence, noting that a specific rosemary extract effectively improved microcirculation in mature skin by an impressive margin of over 40%, particularly in areas demonstrably characterized by thinning and dryness. Furthermore, another significant study revealed that when rosemary oil was thoughtfully combined with a suitable carrier oil, it tangibly helped to stimulate fibroblast activity and concurrently increased collagen density over a structured 6-week period. The women participating in these studies did not merely experience a fleeting sensation of smoother skin. They began to truly notice a profound, renewed firmness, a natural and healthy warmth returning to their complexions, and a remarkably improved overall skin tone. And this, precisely, is the pivotal moment that many women vividly describe as their skin coming back to life. This profound transformation does not occur because they stumbled upon a miraculously stronger or more aggressive product, but rather because they finally began working harmoniously with the skin's intricate biology rather than inadvertently working against its natural inclinations. If you have ever experienced the frustrating sensation that your skincare products seem to merely rest passively on the surface of your skin without truly making a meaningful or lasting improvement, you are certainly not alone in this sentiment. This common experience often signifies that, while moisture may be present on the surface, the crucial element of deeper cellular activation is conspicuously absent. If this resonates deeply with your own experiences, please take a moment to quietly comment 1 below to acknowledge your understanding. And if you genuinely believe that the missing step in your skincare journey might be collagen activation rather than just superficial hydration, then please comment 0. Because truthfully, it is only when sustained hydration powerfully meets profound cellular activation that genuine lasting renewal finally and truly begins to unfold. And now, let us meticulously explore the precise methodology for correctly combining these two potent oils to unlock this extraordinary and transformative biological process within your skin. When castor oil and rosemary oil are applied separately, each undeniably serves a meaningful yet ultimately incomplete purpose for the comprehensive care of mature skin. Castor oil, in its individual capacity, functions as an exceptional carrier base and a highly effective moisture-locking agent, meticulously softening the skin's outer epidermal layer and preparing it for deeper, more profound nourishment. Rosemary oil, conversely, provides the vital element of activation, dynamically stimulating microcirculation, gently increasing a beneficial warmth within the skin, and sending crucial biological signals for cellular awakening and regeneration. However, when these two remarkable oils are skillfully and precisely blended together in the correct proportions, something truly exceptional and synergistic occurs. They transcend being merely a mixture of disparate oils. They coalesce to form what can accurately be described as a potent collagen activation oil blend. This sophisticated blend creates a unique and dynamic cellular environment where optimal hydration, robust oxygen flow, and precise cellular communication seamlessly align to powerfully support the intricate process of collagen remodeling and regeneration deep beneath the skin surface. In the realm of biology, it is a fundamental truth that moisture alone, regardless of its abundance, cannot independently facilitate structural repair. Similarly, mere superficial movement or massage, without deeper biochemical triggers, cannot unilaterally rebuild lost dermal architecture. Yet when intelligent moisture retention, facilitated by castor oil, precisely meets targeted cellular activation, spearheaded by rosemary oil, the skin begins to mimic a powerful physiological process known as osmotic flow. This gentle yet persistent flow actively pulls essential oxygen, vital nutrients, and crucial micronutrients through the lipid layers of the skin, delivering them directly and efficiently to the fibroblast cells, the very cellular architects singularly responsible for the repair and meticulous rebuilding of collagen fibers. Rather than simply sitting passively on the surface, as many conventional creams or oils are prone to do, this meticulously crafted blend actively encourages deep diffusion, allowing quiescent fibroblast cells to transition from a passive, dormant state to an energetic, actively engaged one, as sustained moisture is effectively held in place by the occlusive properties of castor oil. The stimulated circulation, powerfully enhanced by rosemary oil, concurrently helps to maintain a gentle, beneficial warmth in the deeper layers of the skin. This warmth is far more than a mere surface sensation. It is a profound biological indicator, a clear sign that vigorous circulation is returning, life-giving oxygen is actively penetrating, and crucial fibroblast cells are receiving precisely what they require to energetically begin rebuilding and structuring new collagen fibers in their proper, resilient configuration. The collagen synthesized through this synergistic process is not merely transiently water-filled or temporarily plumped. Instead, it is structurally robust, biologically stable, and metabolically supported, forming a lasting foundation. This is why countless women often describe their initial changes not as immediately visible, dramatic results, but rather as a profound and internal feeling. They articulate sentiments like, "My skin feels alive again." Some even keenly notice that their skin, which once felt cool or appeared pale and lifeless, begins to feel lightly warm to the touch, almost as if it is gently, gradually waking up from a long slumber. They characterize this sensation as a calming, gentle heat, devoid of irritation, and a quiet, natural fullness, distinctly separate from swelling. The skin progressively begins to look subtly brighter, appears more responsive to touch, and exhibits enhanced elasticity, not because something artificial has been added externally, but because its intrinsic regenerative processes have been powerfully reactivated from deep within its own biological core. This is not a superficial cosmetic reaction. It is a profound physiological alignment, optimal moisture retention, enhanced microcirculation, efficient oxygen transport, and decisive fibroblast reactivation. It is quite simply biology responding intelligently and harmoniously to what it inherently understands and needs. And once this crucial activation process begins, timing emerges as the next unequivocally critical step, because genuine cellular repair does not occur haphazardly throughout the day. It occurs precisely when the body is naturally primed and ready to truly heal and restore, not merely to protect. The golden timing window when genuine collagen activation truly happens is a concept deeply rooted in our body's intricate biological repair clock. Even when the meticulously selected correct oils are thoughtfully combined and the skin enters an initial state of cellular activation, the full spectrum of profound repair and regeneration will not optimally unfold unless it is precisely aligned with the body's innate biological rhythms. Collagen production, a complex and energetically demanding process, is not a random, continuous event throughout the day, nor does the skin simply rebuild its complex matrix merely because nourishing agents have been applied topically. True, meaningful collagen remodeling, with its lasting structural benefits, predominantly takes place when the body naturally transitions into its dedicated repair state, a vital biological window known as the repair window, which typically occurs approximately between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. During these specific, crucial nocturnal hours, the body undergoes a series of orchestrated physiological changes. Melatonin levels, the hormone associated with sleep, begin their steady and significant rise, signaling to the entire body to shift decisively from its daytime protection mode into its essential nighttime restoration mode. Concurrently, growth hormone, another potent biochemical messenger, is released in small yet powerful pulses, actively supporting critical cellular regeneration, facilitating microvascular repair, and vigorously initiating the complex processes of collagen rebuilding. This precise nocturnal period is when fibroblast activity reaches its absolute peak responsiveness, rendering it the optimal time for the strategic application of the unique blend of castor oil and rosemary oil. When applied at this opportune moment, the blend can provide unparalleled support for deeper, more profound structural repair. It is fundamentally not about attempting to force the skin to undergo change against its natural inclinations. It is about working intelligently and harmoniously with the skin when it is naturally and biologically ready to engage in its inherent healing and renewal processes. Applying the precisely formulated oil blend approximately 45 to 60 minutes before you retire for the night allows ample time for it to be fully and effectively absorbed into the skin. This gradual absorption simultaneously triggers a subtle yet beneficial increase in warmth and enhances microcirculation within the deeper skin layers, precisely anticipating the onset of the body's natural repair mechanisms. By the time the surge of melatonin and growth hormone actively signals cellular activation, the crucial fibroblast cells are already optimally hydrated, efficiently oxygenated, and perfectly prepared to vigorously commence the process of collagen synthesis. This meticulous timing is not merely an arbitrary cosmetic recommendation. It is a direct application of fundamental endocrinology and chronobiology. Utilizing the blend during daylight hours, while it may provide some superficial softening and hydration to the skin, will unequivocally fail to deliver the same profound level of biological impact. This disparity arises because, during the active daylight hours, the skin is primarily in a robust defense mode, dedicating its energy and resources to crucial protection from environmental aggressors such as damaging UV light, pervasive pollution, and daily stress, rather than prioritizing active structural repair. Even when premium quality serums or oils are diligently applied in the morning, the skin primarily channels its energy toward fortifying its barrier support, regulating temperature, and mounting an antioxidant defense, rather than engaging in true, deep structural renewal. However, at night, when the blood vessels naturally relax and microcirculation inherently improves, rosemary oil becomes significantly more effective at its primary function, delivering vital oxygen to the deeper dermal layers. Castor oil, meanwhile, concurrently plays its crucial role by helping to maintain profound, sustained hydration as both the skin's temperature and its metabolic activity naturally increase during the sleep cycle. This exquisite and precise alignment of deep moisture, essential oxygen, and crucial hormonal signaling is what makes nighttime application uniquely and profoundly powerful for comprehensive skin rejuvenation. Some women describe their initial experience as subtly transformative: a faint, comforting warmth, a noticeably softer texture, and an overall sense of deep epidermal comfort. Over extended periods, a gradual yet profound change emerges in how the skin not just feels, but fundamentally is. It feels not merely moisturized, but truly supported, deeply nurtured, and actively engaged in its own intrinsic renewal because, as we now understand, repair is not a superficial daytime event. It is a profound, biologically driven nighttime process. When it comes to the masterful application of castor oil and rosemary oil, the true measure of their effectiveness lies not in the indiscriminate use of larger quantities, but rather in their precise and correct utilization. Mature skin, particularly after the age of 50, typically does not respond favorably to heavy, dense textures or overly concentrated essential oils, which can often overwhelm its delicate balance. Instead, it thrives on balance and harmony, a carefully considered formulation that optimally supports deep hydration, intelligently enhances microcirculation, and meticulously protects the integrity of the lipid barrier, all without inducing irritation or overwhelming its natural functions. This is precisely why the correct ratio and meticulous formulation hold paramount importance. The foundational blend, which serves as the cornerstone of this activation protocol, is remarkably simple yet exquisitely effective. 2 measured teaspoons of pure castor oil, serving as the rich carrier base and providing essential phospholipid support, thoughtfully combined with precisely 3 to 5 drops of high-quality rosemary essential oil, no more, no less. This specific ratio creates an optimal and balanced concentration that robustly supports efficient oxygen delivery, gently activates beneficial warmth within the skin, and facilitates superior absorption, all while mitigating any potential risk of irritation, which is particularly crucial for sensitive or reactive mature skin types. The act of mixing these oils directly in the palm of your hand just before application initiates a mild warming through gentle friction. This subtle warmth not only prepares the oils for optimal absorption, but also gently signals to the skin that it is about to receive nourishing care. The warmth experienced should be subtle and comforting, never hot or tingly, just enough to support healthy microcirculation without inducing any stress or inflammation. Apply this meticulously prepared blend with exceptionally light pressure, employing slow, deliberate, upward motions across key areas prone to the visible signs of aging: the jawline, the neck, the cheeks, and the forehead. These are the specific anatomical regions where fibroblast decline and collagen degradation are most noticeably observed, often leading to visible sagging, loss of firmness, and thinning of the skin. A gentle, unhurried massage lasting between 3 to 5 minutes significantly helps to enhance deeper absorption of the active compounds and simultaneously stimulates healthy lymphatic flow, all without the risk of stretching or inadvertently pulling the delicate, more fragile skin of maturity. This should not be perceived as an aggressive rubbing technique. Rather, it is a nuanced, deliberate nourishment technique designed to work harmoniously with your skin. For optimal and sustainable results, integrate this blend into your evening skincare regimen 3 to 4 nights per week, preferably coinciding with the body's natural evening repair window. This judicious frequency allows the skin ample time to adapt, integrate the benefits, and avoid overwhelming its natural physiological processes. Employing it every single night, particularly for very mature skin, may paradoxically lead to overhydration or potentially interfere with the skin's finely tuned natural lipid balance. Ultimately, consistency of application matters far more than excessive frequency. When this blend is intelligently combined with adequate internal hydration, diligent stress reduction practices, and exposure to natural morning light to regulate circadian rhythms, its overall effectiveness multiplies significantly over time as the skin's intrinsic metabolism progressively begins to work in perfect harmony. Again, I must emphasize that safety is every bit as paramount as effectiveness in any skincare protocol. Given that rosemary oil is biologically active and potent, it should never be applied undiluted directly to the skin. Always, without exception, perform a patch test on a small, inconspicuous area of skin before its first full use, especially if you possess sensitive or hormonally reactive skin types. Furthermore, meticulously avoid applying the blend to inflamed skin, areas with active open acne lesions, or during rosacea flare-ups. Women with pre-existing hormone-sensitive conditions, those who are pregnant or nursing, or individuals undergoing any form of medical treatment should always, without exception, consult a qualified healthcare professional or their primary physician before incorporating any essential oils, including rosemary oil, into their regimen. Mature skin, it is important to remember, does not necessarily require a plethora of additional products. What it truly needs are wiser, more intelligently formulated products, those that precisely align with how the skin naturally heals, absorbs, and renews itself on a cellular level. When utilized with precision, adherence to the correct ratio, and mindful application, this remarkably simple blend supports deep hydration, profound cellular activation, and effective repair, all without resorting to harsh chemicals, without inducing confusion, and without attempting to force unnatural results. Because when the underlying formula is biologically correct and supportive, the skin inherently knows exactly what to do to restore its own vibrancy. The most profound and meaningful changes that one experiences with this unique blend do not manifest themselves dramatically on the very first night of application. Instead, they unfold gradually, quietly, and steadily, almost imperceptibly, as your skin progressively begins to remember and relearn how to function in the resilient, vibrant manner it once effortlessly did. When castor oil and rosemary oil are consistently and correctly incorporated into your routine over a sustained period of 3 to 6 weeks, something truly remarkable and deeply regenerative begins to unfold beneath the visible surface of your skin. Instead of perpetually feeling dry, uncomfortably tight, or frustratingly fragile, your skin starts to exhibit a profound capacity for retaining moisture, not merely on its outermost layer, but deep within the dermal layers where genuine lasting repair and cellular regeneration meticulously take place. That gentle yet profound physiological shift from a state of chronic dehydration to one of sustained intrinsic hydration is a clear and undeniable sign that microcirculation is robustly improving, the skin's delicate pH balance is harmonizing, and crucially, those vital fibroblasts are re-engaging and becoming actively productive once more. It is important to acknowledge that mature skin, due to its altered cellular turnover rate, typically does not respond with instantaneous rapidity, but when it does respond, it does so profoundly and deeply. And it is precisely this depth of biological engagement that generates enduring and truly lasting change. One of the initial and most frequently described changes that women often articulate is that their skin ceases to feel persistently cold and instead begins to acquire a gentle, comforting warmth, particularly noticeable around the cheeks and along the jawline. This is far more than a mere cosmetic alteration. It is a powerful, objective sign that microcirculation is indeed returning to these areas, thereby enabling essential nutrients, life-giving oxygen, and crucial collagen-building amino acids to traverse through the skin's complex matrix with significantly enhanced efficiency. When fibroblasts consistently receive this vital oxygen supply, they initiate the production of new collagen fibers that are inherently tighter, possess greater elasticity, and are structurally more stable and resilient. This fundamental process is precisely what distinguishes true, biologically driven collagen regeneration from the temporary, superficial, water-plumping effects that often fade overnight. As you approach approximately week 4 of consistent application, you will begin to observe that the fine lines delicately etched around your eyes, across your forehead, and framing your mouth progressively start to soften and become less pronounced. These initial changes, while not necessarily dramatic or startling, are profoundly real and deeply meaningful. Your skin begins to appear visibly smoother, feels subtly fuller, and exhibits a more even, harmonious tone. It feels perceptibly less thin, less dull, and significantly less prone to irritation. By the 6th week of dedicated use, many women enthusiastically report that their skin truly looks alive again. This is not an aspiration for an artificially youthful or flawless appearance, but rather a profound sense of natural vitality. The skin appears warm, feels deeply nourished, becomes more responsive to touch, and genuinely feels stronger from within. And this, indeed, is the real transformation that we seek, not merely looking younger, but looking profoundly well, radiating genuine health, and undeniably looking like your authentic self again. Over extended periods of consistent and mindful use, many women also come to notice that their morning reflection feels remarkably less harsh and significantly more forgiving, almost as if the face gazing back from the mirror finally and beautifully matches the vibrant, energetic way they still intrinsically feel inside. Some women articulate an even deeper, more unexpected shift, a profound emotional and psychological reconnection. They express sentiments such as, "I feel truly present in my skin again." This profound transformation extends far beyond mere aesthetics. It is fundamentally about feeling reconnected to one's own body, as if the skin is no longer something to be constantly covered, perpetually hidden, or endlessly corrected, but rather something to be lovingly cared for, deeply trusted, and celebrated for its inherent resilience. This entire approach is not about attempting to miraculously reverse the chronological march of age. Instead, it is about thoughtfully restoring the skin's fundamental physiology, providing your skin with precisely what it has been missing, so that it can powerfully do what it was intrinsically designed to do all along: regenerate, repair, and radiate health. When the skin's delicate chemistry is intelligently supported and nurtured, authentic beauty follows naturally, quietly, and consistently, emerging from within. Your skin, I assure you, is not fading into obscurity. It is simply waiting patiently to be reactivated and re-energized. Aging did not diminish your inherent beauty. It merely slowed down the intricate biological chemistry that once operated with effortless grace and efficiency. What castor oil and rosemary oil achieve together in synergistic harmony is neither a medical miracle nor a magical shortcut. They simply and effectively help to restore the optimal biological environment that your skin has been silently, patiently asking for: deep hydration, gentle warmth, vital oxygen, and targeted cellular activation. When these essential elements converge and align, collagen does not merely make a superficial appearance on the surface. It actively begins to rebuild and restructure from deep within the dermal matrix. This is precisely why the resulting changes feel distinctly different. They are not artificial, not temporary, but profoundly human, intrinsically biological, and deeply authentically yours. So tonight, I encourage you to begin this journey gently. Warm a small, precise blend of these two extraordinary oils in the palms of your hands. Take a deep, calming breath and allow your skin to truly receive what it has been missing for so long. Do this not to chase an elusive perfection, but to lovingly support your skin's innate capacity for healing and renewal. If this message has resonated with you, even in a small way, and you wish to support the continued growth of this channel, please consider contributing or donating. Your generous support in any form fuels this mission of education, fosters confidence, and empowers restoration for women over 50. If you found genuine value and insight in this comprehensive guide, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your active engagement helps this vital message reach countless more women who are in desperate need of this empowering knowledge. Thank you profoundly for being here, for trusting this intricate biological process, and for consciously choosing to deeply nourish the skin you live in. You are not done. Your natural glow is not gone. Your beautiful skin is simply waiting to be reactivated.